Hello, Americans. Another friend, subscribers around the Look out, bud. There you go. Back here, man. I don't know if I said that. It's so funny. Yeah, every day I'm saying, ooh, it's cold out here, it's cold out here. Well, right now, I just looked at the thermometer, and it's 8 degrees. That's pretty dang cold. So, I ain't too excited about that. Funny thing is, you look at the weather app or the predictions or whatever, and they're saying 20. 20 degrees, man. I just looked at my thermometer, and it's 8 degrees. That's a 12 degrees difference. And when it's cold, that's a big difference. Today, what are we going to do today? You know, I seldom have plans. And today's one of those days. But today I'm going to start off, I'm going to go in, I'm going to do a Mountain Junkers video, so you can go over to my other channel, Mountain Junkers. I think there's a link in the description below. But I'm going to do a Mountain Junkers video. I haven't done one of those in a while. And I guess over here at Idaho Hillbilly, I think we'll talk about, you know, last night, something. I started watching these videos, this, what the heck do you call them, scenario, I guess they're scenario videos of EMPs, mostly EMPs, you know, 'cause that's one of the things I think is coming. So I started watching these. Some of them were shorts, and some of them, I watched one that was an hour and a half, and it was I think it was a History Channel one on Netflix, or not Netflix, but YouTube. And you know, the first 5 or 10 minutes was pretty interesting. And Miss Kitty watched it with me. About half hour in, I'm all, you want me to turn this off? And she's all, well, now we're already this far, so we'll watch it. And like I said, man, it started off pretty interesting. And then the part that we almost turned it off, we just looked at each other, is they're in coming out of LA. And you know, in the middle of this, they hang out, there's EMP hits, and they're you know, down to LA. And where does the wife say, we need to call June up in Idaho? And maybe we should go to Idaho. Oh, man. Me and Miss Kitty just look at each other like, what the heck? So, so these two folks and their kid, you know, go on this, and I don't know what you call it, man. I wouldn't say it's a documentary series or what it is, a scenario thing or whatever, and it was just one. It was, you know, an hour and a half or something like that. But, you know, but it comes in, then you have the so-called professionals, you know, what they should do, and then they show what they, you know, it's, dude, it's pretty funny, man. My beard's a mess. I haven't even brushed my beard. But, yeah, it was, so, man, we ended up watching the whole thing. You know, so they go through all this stuff, man, gets stuck out or walking for 3 days in the Mojave Desert, and their truck breaks down. They save somebody and almost get killed and robbed, and you know, they hit some farms and find some stuff. And this one farm, man, there was food and stuff there, and they ended up moving on. I was like, well, and then they were starving to death in the next segment. And I'm all, dude, there was just they'd found some kids was roasting a hog. Well, big hog. And I was like, well, what the heck, man? Now they're starving to death. They were just back at that house back there that had a roasted hog over the fire. Anyway, so that so it goes on, and then I don't know, the last 15 minutes of it or something like that, you know, they've made it up here to Idaho, which it was some town that doesn't exist, you know, and they make it to Idaho, and you know, here's some folks, man, that came from, you know, LA and stuff, pretty you know, what you call them, naive or unknowing, you know, they don't, you know nothing, man. They're a bunch of city folks from LA. But then they come up here and then it shows them, man, they've got this garden that's just immaculate. And they're picking apples in the middle of the summertime, you know. You don't pick apples till, what, September, man, sometimes October, after the first frost. But, so they, dude, it was just comical, man. I've been growing gardens my whole life, man, and I do not have a garden that looks like theirs. You know, it takes a lifetime, man. There's still things I'm working on all the time, man. One of the things on this place is where to put the dang spuds, man. I'm an Idaho boy, man, and I've had problems. You know, I grow potatoes, but figuring out you know, where it's too wet out here and where it's, you know, too dry, or, you know, getting that exact spot for spuds. We pulling some spuds, but not like we should be. Anyway, dude, it was entertaining to say the least. Can't see me yet. Oh Lord, this thing's heavy. Oh. Oh. Oh, this video just turned into something different. What in the hell are you doing with that big ass TV? That's what I want to know. Let me tell you a story about that TV. All this crap. You know, all this, all this crap. Whoa. Well, first we'll start off with this TV before I throw it up here. I'm going to put it around up here. So, about, and somebody asks me if I'll help them. We'll help them throw this TV up in this trash trailer. You know, so sure, I'll help you throw, you know. I'll help you throw it up in there. And one thing leads to another, and I ask, well, what's wrong with it? Well, there's nothing wrong with it, or there was nothing wrong with it before I set it out here, and it sat out here in the rain. And I said, well, does it still work? I don't know. We can plug it in. Here's a power cord right here. All right. So we plug it in. Hit the power. The TV comes on. Sony. They had great picture. You know, I mean, it wasn't hooked up to no No internet or no cable or nothing. And I'm all, well, why you throwing that away? You know, why don't you donate it down to the junk shop or something? And I don't like donating stuff down there anymore because anyway, so oh man, my fishing bowls, dude, those are all ready to go. So anyway, so why don't you want to donate it to the thrift store or the junk shop or whatever? And they said that the junk shop never's happened to them, but the junk shop now takes videos, and if they don't like the junk you dropped off, they get on Facebook and tell you to pick your junk up. So I don't want to go pick up. I don't want them calling me out on YouTube, or not YouTube, but Facebook, which I don't use Facebook. But that's all. Oh, crap, so you're just gonna throw it away? Oh, shoot. Guess we'll just load it in my truck. So then I brought it here. Oh, I think Kevin D is gonna check it out. You know, 'cause, man, he's got a basement that, you know, I don't know what it is, man. It's a big one. It's bigger than, I don't know the measurements on TVs anymore, but it's heck, I don't have a tape measure right here, I'll tell you. I don't know, 48 inch or something. Anyway, that's the story behind that. Now the story of what I'm doing. You know, I've told you many times, I told you that as the winter comes, roofs are our friends. So anywhere that there's a roof and it's raining or snowing, you start throwing crap in there. Well, started off, I just set this there, and then I put a TV there, and then put this there, and that there, and heaters there, and tables and desks and crap there. And when I put them there, it was just a temporary thing. And then the temporary thing turned into this massive pile with open space back here with all this crap up here. So now, Miss Kitty, or we, just sold that UNICYCLE on eBay. So now I got to get to that UNICYCLE so I can get it cleaned up. This right here is actually, you know, if you've been with me for a while, you know, but this is the blacksmith shop, man. I used to make a lot of knives. I haven't forged anything for, I don't even know how long, man. A couple of years probably. You know, eventually I'll get back into it. I'll never forge. You know, if I make knives to sell, it'll just be a random thing, man. I'll never. It turned into a job pretty fast. So, anyway, now I'm going to get that UNICYCLE. And then, now at least I got a path kind of through here so I can get it, I wouldn't say organized, but, you know, manageable and usable. That'd be it. There's cobwebs on that. This thing has been on for, I bet this has been on for at least 5 years. Probably more like 6 or 7 years, you know. List it and forget it, man. List it and forget it. Gotta clean that thing up and away she goes.